Hey, fellas. We're playing this thing. None of my friends wanted to watch it on Discord, so all you guys are gonna see it now. Presumably you'll see it like when it's like uploaded and not like when it's live. I don't think anybody's really coming right now. There's nobody here. I'll probably copy the link. I don't know how to copy the link. Oh crap. 0 views still, if you can see that. Let me try to share it. Let me try to share the stream. Yeah, that's a good idea. Hold on. Just see the library page for a few seconds. Alright, there's you. And then there's you. And then a whole bunch of you. Da 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 da. How do I? Oh. Do I? Oh, self-promo. Okay. There we go. Hmm. Was that one? No. How do I? Oh, there it is. Oh. I just realized this. Hold on. I try to. Is this better? Hopefully it's better. I don't know. Well, it looks better. Anyways, back to sharing. Okay. Oh wait, no, wait a minute, no. Okay, there. All right, shared all around the world practically. Okay, now just gotta wait for the numbers to stack up. Alrighty. Now, we'll be playing this. I'm sure, like, only one of you knows what this is, but I know a lot about this, and I'm not going to talk about it. Please make sure audio is on. Yes, it's on. Can everybody hear it just fine? Hopefully. Nobody's talking right now. Okay. Oh, wait.
Hi there. Thank you very much for playing the Beginner's Guide. My name is Davey Wreden. I wrote the Stanley Parable, and while that game tells a pretty absurd story, today I'm going to tell you about a series of events that happened between...
Hold on. No. Wait a minute. Window capture, you are trashed. Alright, just a minute, people. Display capture. Okay, yeah. Okay. Can everybody see it just fine? Hopefully.
In 2008 and 2011. We're going to look at the games made by a friend of mine named Coda. Now, these games mean a lot to me. I met Coda in early 2009 at a time when I was really struggling with some personal stuff, and his work pointed me in a very powerful direction. I found it to be a good reference point for the kinds of creative works that I wanted to make. So just to start you off, this is, I think, the first game he ever made. It's a level for Counter-Strike. You can walk around here, by the way. And mostly it's just Coda learning the basics of building a 3D environment. But what I like is that even though he starts from the simple aesthetic of a desert town, he then scatters these colorful abstract blobs and impossible floating crates around the level. And of course, it destroys the illusion that this actually is a desert town, and instead this level becomes a kind of calling card from its creator. It's like a reminder that this video game was constructed by a real person. And it kind of makes you wonder, what was going through his head as he was building this? This is what I like about all of Coda's games. I mean, not that they're all fascinating as games, but that they are all going to give us access to their creator. I want us to see past the games themselves. I want to get to know who this human being really is. And that's exactly what we're going to do here. So, it's 2008, Coda starts making these games, and he never releases any of them. He doesn't put them onto the internet, he just makes them and then immediately abandons them, and they sit on his computer forever. And I think he really understood this image of himself as a recluse. At one point, he jokingly renamed his computer's recycling bin to Important Games Folder. So, you know, this was just how he worked. He tended to crank them out one after the other without even really pausing to try to understand what he had just made, until suddenly one day, he just stopped. In 2011, that was it. He made his last game, and then he hasn't made another one since. And that's why I've taken this opportunity to gather all of his work together, is because I find his games powerful and interesting, and I'd like this collection to reach him, to maybe encourage him to start creating again. And if the people like you who play this also happen to find his work interesting, then I'm sure it'll just send that much stronger of a message of encouragement to Coda. So thanks for joining me on this. If you have a particular interpretation that I haven't mentioned here, or if you just need to get in touch, you can email me at daveywreden@gmail.com. Okay, that's about it for introduction. Let's take a look at Coda's first proper game. As each game is loading, I'll show you the date that it was completed. This first one was made in November 2008.
Yo, 2 years after I was born. That's very personal information. Oh.
Warning. Whisper machine active. Shift destruction imminent.
This game is called Escape from Whisper, and it's one of the more generic games you'll see from Coda.
Fire. People, go fire. Ship destruction imminent. Ship destruction imminent. Yeah, I love destroying ships. Ships are the worst.
You can click to fire the gun.
Mario times Bowser is... Not Mario times Bowser, Luigi times Bowser is especially terrible.
Security call breached. Hostile alien life forms inbound.
Oh.
It kinda looks like this game was abandoned mid-development. For instance, you have this gun, which you'd think would indicate that there are supposed to be monsters or enemies somewhere, but then clearly there are no enemies anywhere. You can't even reload the gun when you run out of bullets. But ultimately, we don't really know. Maybe Coda thought that actually it was complete the way that it is. And I think that we should talk about his games for what they are, rather than for what they're not.
Enemy force neutralized. Begin ship evacuation.
I love how you can see the bottom of the universe from this room.
Yo! Bowling ball. Almost stuck my fingers in it. That's totally not an enemy window.
Apparently, this space station has a labyrinth on it. Sure, I don't know. There's really no reason for it that I've ever been able to discern, so in the interest of time, I'm just gonna skip you on past it.
Yay.
Okay, this is the part that's interesting. The game has this narrative about the whisper machine and how it has to be turned off, and then you get to the engine room.
Hey, you there, in the engine room. You could save us all. That beam is powering the whisper machine. We could disrupt it by introducing a great enough heat signature. If your body could stop the beam. It's so much to ask, but for all of our lives, would you do it?
Yeah.
Could you give yourself?
Yeah. Yeah. Okay, let's do it. Woo.
Let me pause here for a second. What you just experienced, stepping into the beam and then dying, is probably what Coda had initially intended when he was developing this level. But when he first compiles and plays it, something goes wrong. There's a bug somewhere. And this is what happens instead.
Again? Whee! Yep. What? Oh. I can fly! Yo.
The beam causes you to start floating. And this is an important moment for him. Because yes, this is technically a glitch, but Coda identifies something human about it. Like how small it makes you feel in the face of this larger chaotic system. Or this floating could be the afterlife, a peaceful place, juxtaposed against all of the hysteria that you've just had to traverse. I don't even know. I have no idea what he was thinking, but what's clear is that after making this, something lodges itself in his brain. He wants to do more of these really weird and experimental designs. So he stops work on this and moves on to a stream of tiny little games that go in all sorts of directions. Let's go ahead and take a look at the first game he made after leaving this one behind.
Okay. Cool. Yo. Back rooms. Oh.
Yep, in this game you can only walk backwards.
Oh. Oh.
So it's a short and relatively minimalist experiment combining motion and narrative. It is less advanced than the previous game, but actually it seems to be more focused, more complete. Coda's trying to give it a unique voice rather than simply basing it on a pre-existing trope.
The past was behind her. But the future could not be seen. Why does the future keep changing? Oh, this way. Oh no, this way. When she stops and looks, it all becomes clear. Like that clear room here? It's not brick, at least. It's pretty clear to me. Oh, But if the future is always behind her, how will she find the strength to confront it?
It's a short little thought, it says what it wants to say, and then it ends. Didn't need anything more than that.
Yay!
Which to me is why it works, because it gets out quick. Okay, next one.
Amulet says, Are you a villager? Stop being a villager and watch the stream already, you dork. Yeah. I'm ready to see some Slendy Tubbies. Or something, I don't know. Woo!
And that's it. Okay, the meaning of this game won't be clear just yet. Please be patient with me for a few more games, and I promise you'll see what makes it interesting.
You have no... You have...
Oftentimes, Coda would put bizarre titles like this one at the start of his games. I wish I'd known him at the time that he was making these early games. He would really only talk to me about his work as he was making it. Once he stopped work on a game, that was it. It was dead to him. And I don't agree with that at all, but what are you gonna do?
But yeah, you have no comprehension of how impatient I can be, Mr. Wreden. This looks like a city, but through my perspective. This is what, in some of my old paint drawings I used to do, I wanted, there was this thing called Autistic Perspective Initiative, and this inspired me to show a city in my perspective, because, it looks abstract, and the whole thing I'm getting is that everything is abstract in my vision, but, in reality, everything I see is completely normal, probably. At least to me, but, it's, very symbolic. I want to catch the symbolism. It's not going to be literal and stuff, I should probably go up these stairs. Almost there. Oh.
Once you've been slowed to an absolute crawl, the door at the top of the stairs opens. So why, if Coda's not showing these games to anyone, why bother opening the door at all? Well, to show you, I'm modifying the game here so that when you press enter, it'll bring you back up to full speed so you can enter the door for yourself.
No. This is a live stream. I am still progressing, kinda. So, I am going to hold my button up here, waiting for some Steam achievement or whatever, and not press enter. I got all the time in the world. That's one stair, two stair, three stair, four stair, five stair, six stair, seven stair, eight stair, nine stair, 10 stair, 11 stair, 12 stair, 13 stair, 14 stair, 15 stair. You say stair so much, 16. You say stair or any English word so much, 17, that it just starts to lose meaning, 18. 19. Come on, character, you can do it. 20. You're almost there. 21. 22. 23. 24. 25. I think. I don't know. 26. 27. 28, 29, 30, 31, 32, 33, 34, 35, 36, 37. We're almost there. It doesn't matter. I'm not counting anymore. Yeah. Come on. Come on. My face is turning red from that. Ow! Ow! Owie. Still crawling. Help me. I wanna get in, please. Thank you. Thank you. I need to get in now. I hate this game. I hate Coda for making such a dumb game. It's a warm, comfy room, I think. I don't know. When will the door freaking close? Okay.
A room that's warm and nice and filled with little ideas for games. Coda would often tell me that he didn't mind if people thought of him as cold or distant. He said that he knew that he was actually a vibrant and compassionate person, but that it takes time to really see that. It can be a very slow climb to get there.
What am I fishing? Oh, nope. Whee!
Well, this is new for Coda. It's an actual puzzle. Go ahead and see if you can solve it.
Okay. I'm trapped. Ooh.
Don't forget that solution, because we're going to see this puzzle again soon. We're gonna see it a lot.
Bowling ball. I want to stick my fingers in it. That's totally not an innuendo.
So that seems to be it, right? You walk down a corridor, you solve the puzzle, you get to the end. Simple enough. Alright, now I'm going to modify the game again so that when you press enter, it'll remove all of the walls from this room.
The Machine Gun Maniac says hiya. Hi, Maniac. How are you? Enjoying the stream? Whoa! I love this. I love this. It reminds me of Minecraft. Old Minecraft videos.
How about that? There was more to it than we had any way of knowing. I actually find it funny that this game comes after the Stairs game, since they essentially convey the opposite idea. So, in the Stairs game, a dull exterior concealed a rich interior. And then, in this level, a dull interior hides this fantastic outer world. Either way, I think that the point is the same, is that most of the time you don't get to know what you're missing, or even that you're missing anything. That's not your role as a player. So if your role here is not to understand, then what is it?
Well, I don't know. I just got here. Oh. Slender Tubbies, give it to me. Oh.
Aha. So, this, combined with the entering game from earlier, tells us that Coda believes his games are connected somehow. It could even be that the Stairs game and the puzzle game are literally connected in between this and the entering game. There's a bigger picture that all of his games are meant to play a role in, some larger meaning that we won't be able to grasp until we've seen all of them. And once we have, we can step back and start to understand what exactly that bigger picture is.
Cool, bro. Yawn. The Great and Lovely Descent. I don't know if it can be... I don't really know if a descent can typically be great and lovely. I guess we'll find out. I have this map like on Gmod. It's amazing, by the way.
Let's talk about video game development for a second. Every video game runs on what's called an engine, which determines what the game can and cannot do. So in other words, the engine is a set of tools for game development. To make all of these games, Coda is using an engine called Source. Like all engines, Source has certain things that it does well, and it has certain things that it does poorly. One of the things that it does very well is boxy linear corridors. That's why so many of Coda's games are set in these large, flat, empty rooms, is just because he's working with what the engine does well.
I remember...
The tools available to the creator shape what kinds of creative work they're going to end up making. You might consider paying attention to the architecture in Coda's games, to notice how they seem to stem from an engine that's very good at producing linear, boxy corridors.
Can I sit on this? I remember... Oh. I remember... Like, when I was playing Gmod and using this map, I put, like, spy here against the wall looking at someone else. I don't know it was mod, and I remember, like, putting, like, Mario here. And, like, I don't know, boyfriend from FNF should have been somewhere, but I put him somewhere. Oh. This doesn't look like a coffee shop. This isn't a coffee shop, this is just a bread box. Parkour. Parkour. Oh, so this is the Great and Lovely Descent. Ah! I skipped ahead in the descent. Whoa. My ankles are shattered. My uncle's broken. Poor uncle. He never saw the train coming. Or something, I don't know. Don't really have at least to my knowledge, I don't really have an uncle that's been run over by a train. Oh man. I don't know, what can I do about it? Lift me. No. I want to go to prison. What did I do?
This prison, funny enough, in Coda's original design, the doors stayed shut for a full hour before letting you go. If you don't mind, I think we're gonna skip that.
Oh. I could have used that hour to chat with my peeps and enjoy some Burger
This is
King.
something that he and I used to argue about a lot. You know, whether a game ought to actually be playable, whether it means anything if no one can get through it. And I would always defend that, you know, all this work goes into the game, why not make it playable and accessible? And so we just got into heated arguments over it, and there was one time that after one of these conversations, he went home, and a day or two later, he sent me a zip file entitled Playable Games that was full of hundreds of individual games, each of which was just an empty box that you walked around in and nothing else. Believe me, I played every single one of those just to find out if there was like a gag hidden somewhere. There wasn't.
Man, Coda seems like the real jokester. Am I right, lads, or am I right, lads? One of you is gonna get the reference. At least one of you. You're alright, lad. Cheers, lad.
It's the puzzle again, with the exact same solution as the last time.
Wait a minute, if I was in a void, a white void above, why am I... Huh.
There's still no
Excuse
clear
me.
indication of what makes this puzzle so special that Coda is going to return to it over and over. But I promise I'll share with you my interpretation very shortly.
Yay. Ow. 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 Hey there. Did you come
Here,
from
Coda
above?
begins using a kind of dialogue system that he fashioned out of the engine's chat capabilities. Use the 1, 2, 3 buttons on your keyboard to respond.
Yes, I am. Hey, did you come from above? What was up there? Suggesting I spent hours in, as there was these floating colored blocks.
That's the world above. You've been there. Now this is important. Did you have to get through a puzzle with 2 doors and switches?
Yes, that was literally the last thing I did before coming here.
Again, perfect. Now please, tell us how you solve it. Tell us the solution. Tell us how... tell us how to get to the other side.
None of these answers apply. Trust me, you don't want to go over there.
Oh no, but I do. We do. We need to get there. Do you understand? It is the most important thing in the world. We have to escape this prison. There must be an ending. I promise you there is nothing I want more.
Oh. This looks like an old president's house or something. I've been to way too many tourist attractions of history. Hello. How did you get here? Was it a puzzle you had to pass through? Yes, do you want to know how to solve it? No, we actually find the black space between the doors to be far more interesting. Have you seen it yet? Why would I care about the space between the doors? There is a reason, but it may take time before you understand, which is fine. You'll see it again soon.
And so we make one last descent down to the final floor of the level.
This is like Hoth from Star Wars. The walls down to a T. Oh no. Is something bad gonna happen? Is a monster gonna eat my face? Oh, pretty. I love it. I hug you.
It's a lamppost. Okay, I can't tell you quite why, but for some reason Coda fixates on this lamppost. It's going to appear at the end of every single one of his games from here on out. I'll tell you what I think. I think that up to this point, he's been making really strange and abstract games with no clear purpose, and maybe you can only float around in that headspace for so long. Because now he wants something to hold on to. He wants a reference point. He wants the work to be leading to something. He wants a destination, which is what this lamppost is. It's a destination. We're going to see it in the work as well. His games are just going to become a lot more cohesive, a lot more fully developed, with more of a clear idea behind them. And as we go, that idea will get clearer and clearer and clearer.
This game is connected to the internet. Is
you walk around, you can leave notes. All notes you see are left by other players. Nice room. Not.
So first off, I'm sure you can deduce this, but this game is not connected to the internet. All of the notes that you're gonna see have been written by Coda. This was actually the first game of his that I ever played. This was shortly after I met him at a weekend game jam in Sacramento, where I grew up. I saw him working on this very level, and it was just so different from anything that anyone else was doing. So right away I was like, I have to be friends with this person. In retrospect, I think I was probably a bit too pushy, trying to get his attention. I was over-enthusiastic. But he was very gracious about it and very patient with me. And I cooled off eventually.
How do you beat this game? I'll point to this. I also have this map in Gmod. I made something really cool that I think you guys will want to see soon.
Can you guys hear me?
Hello. Reasonable.
Oh, feel free to skip over any of these notes if they're not doing anything for you. Nothing extra is going to happen if you read all of them. Either way, to me they convey a sense of loneliness. I see this person who's filled with thoughts and feelings and beliefs and has no way to express them except as scattered and unheard voices in a game that wasn't meant to be played.
Everyone read this!
But it's ironic, isn't it, that in playing this game and seeing how alone Coda often felt, that we get to know him better and actually kind of connect with him. And I have to be honest with you, this idea is really seductive to me. That I could just play someone's game and see the voices in their head and get to know them better and have to do less of the messy in-person socializing. I could just get to know you through your work. I think this is why I always liked Coda's games so much, is because it felt like they let me have that connection. I felt as though he was inviting me personally into his world. And then I feel less lonely too.
Huh. Well, good on you, buddy. Hey!
This place makes me sad.
I want to tell you a secret.
Once upon a time, I did.
Define fun. I'm king of the world! Whip. Whip. The guy over there wrote much wrong. I'd rather be doing literally anything other than playing this.
Hey, I can type here.
Why? There are too many messages in this area. We're running out of space. Soon we will suffocate. Cool Kevin, bro. In a world full of notes, one man will read all of them. This summer, you will believe blue speech bubbles can talk. Actually, no, I did that in the wrong voice.
In a world full of notes, one man will read all of them. This summer, you will believe blue speech bubbles can talk. Do you feel like a hero yet?
This game is so nice. I would like it when I could. Oh, this is the guy that wrote much wrong? Okay. Do not be afraid. Do care. Do not be afraid. Do care.
I just saw a flying penguin. Let me tell you, it was the most majestic thing I've ever seen. I don't feel like living because nothing will ever be as majestic as that. I never want to see again if nothing will ever be that beautiful again. I'm crying now. I'm planning on ripping my eyes out. Let's go now and do that. Can I go down there? No.
Balls. How is there wood and grass and concrete here? What the Yeah, Bernie Cake says, "Hear ya, just busy with work." Alright, that's fine. Siglun says, "I have no idea why this appeared on my recommended Lamau, but hi." Hi, welcome to the stream. I'm Scott. You can read everything else about me on my about page, I guess. On my about page. You know, about the channel and all, you know.
How is there wood and grass and concrete here? What the fuck? Boring. I can assure you, guarantee that there is an acorn somewhere here in this place, and the sailors are looking for it.
What?
Hey guys, just looking for someone to talk with. Sorry for my voice crack.
Jump scare. True. Hi, Mag. Welcome to the stream.
I refuse to believe.
But donkey butt.
Donkey butt. Real.
I need to go.
I need to go to the freaking bathroom.
Recognize me, please.
There's nothing here. Go back. Don't listen to that guy. A free t-shirt!
Need on the side door, why you so... Door, how open?
Open sesame!
Action. Open sesame! Makes game, includes door, cannot open door, thanks.
Hi, Mag.
Someday I will meet the person who made this.
I help people because of the internal good feeling I get. No room!
Do you hear the chimes? They keep you going, don't they?
I would like very much to be desired. Scared of writing something, don't want to feel judged.
It's not very crowded here.
You can go in here, I think. Mag says, "Hey Scott, guess what?" What? What is it? What? What do you want? Welcome.
Congratulations! I don't really know where to go with this.
Don't bother. The game where you leave notes and suddenly everyone's a poet. Mag says chicken butt. Ah! I'm defeated. I'm dying. Help me. Anyways. This is where I get off. You get off to this? Damn, bro. I failed to write anything here.
I am compelled.
Stop! Turn back! Proceeding further will only result in misery!
I don't care. Take my hand. Let's jump together. Okay. What?
No! No!
Cabbage shapes our nation. Actually,
Cabbage shapes our nation.
what is that painting?
It does not matter if you ever get over there.
Very good game.
Dang, Scott's been defeated by his How sad.
Yeah. I get that a lot. I'm sorry you had to witness that, Brownie.
Hey, don't talk to me that way.
I'm sorry, Note. What did I ever do to you?
I think I'm in this not going anywhere. Wait. I think this is not going anywhere.
I think this is not going anywhere. Okay, that's perfect. Next time, I will do better. You go, King. Yeah. I need someone to talk to. Well, apparently you've been talking to yourself, so yeah.
How many speech bubbles are there? As many as Coda put down or something, I don't know.
This is a note? Yep. Don't listen to the other notes.
Okay.
I'm not safe. Oh, shut up. I'm not listening to you. Today I learned you cannot fall off.
And how'd you get over there?
Oh, right, you're the game dev.
Ethical.
I saw a person walking down there now. Come back! Okay. Devil Tower Star. Cool game idea. It's about how this game is pretentious and you all suck. Rude. Stop pretending you are other people.
We will all die someday. Help! I'm trying to speak.
Hey guys, how's it going? Just saying.
Painting, what does it mean? Whoever made this has issues. Who are all of you?
Spoilers! It doesn't mean anything. Cabbage shapes a nation.
From up here, it just looks like dots.
Yeah, I guess I can see that. I was starting to see a face, honestly.
Oh, there's one over there. Blue, I'm coming for you, Mrs. Blue.
Stop faking it. Well done, all of you. Well done, all of you. Devil Tower Star. Cool game idea. He was himself the most horrible creature he could imagine. Maybe I'll feel real someday. Well, I'm here now.
Yeah, we're all here now.
There must be a reason for it, though.
His terrible secret he kept it well. I beat this game.
Would the painting go under abstract pointillism? Because it's technically art made by placing a bunch of dots to get close together to make an image.
Well, yeah, that's the first step, but we don't really know what the image is. You need to discern. I was joking about the face thing earlier. Could you discern a face from it?
I can't really. It just looks like,
I can't really discern it. The dots are too big to make anything out. Gotta get closer. No, actually, they gotta get farther. But even then, I've been over there in Gmod a few times. I never really seen anything different about it.
well, thanks for the question. I think it was a question, but thanks for the question, Brownie.
At the end of this level, we're going to see the puzzle again. And here, I'll tell you what I think the puzzle means. Each of these games represents an idea that was on Coda's mind at the time that he was making it. And the puzzle is a way of closing the door on a previous chapter of his life before moving on to the next one.
Huh. Okay. Scared of writing something don't want to feel judged.
Escape. Escape. Need an escape.
Cut it up and spread it between the worlds.
Almost there.
I've seen everything. I have traveled the world. I have never told anyone.
I wish there were notes in the real world.
It does vaguely look like it could be a face, but too big to actually resemble anything like that closely.
It's actually a good point. This game can be like that sometimes, Brownie.
Become one with the spiraling nonsense.
Bowling ball. I want to stick my fingers in it.
Downward. Keep digging.
In each of his games, after exploring a theme that, he might find difficult, Coda can then place this puzzle that he knows has a reliable solution, he understands exactly how it works, and so it gives him a simple mechanism for moving on.
Well, that makes sense. You can close your eyes and wish for it really bad.
Does this puzzle have a solution? OMG, I've been here for literally an hour. What the fuck do I do?
Help!
Help.
This doesn't make sense. The door won't open.
How do you solve it? Developer, answers please.
And because there's this dark area between the doors, a space between spaces, before you move on, you get to pause. Just for a moment, a few seconds to reflect on and let go of the events that led you here. To step back and connect the pieces together. To grasp at that elusive bigger picture.
I'm heading back to the store. Later, guys.
No answer, I think. There is no second switch.
No solution.
Guys,
It's not so bad in here.
How do you leave notes?
He says something. It can't be anything. I just need you to sit down. Talk to me, please. Why are you having so much difficulty talking? Speak, 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 speak.
That level always takes a lot out of me.
Okay, this one is tough. It's gonna kinda just spin its own wheels for a few minutes. Hang with it.
Okay. Well, I'm thirsty. Genuinely. Hold on. Pausing the game. I'm gonna go get my food. Crinkling noises intensifies. I think that was the typewriter sounds, or like you opening a candy bar. If that's you. If it is you, good on you. Eat that candy bar. Actually, no, probably don't eat that candy bar, because, like, I don't know. Excuse me. I have my Whopper here. And I will eat my Whopper here. And I will enjoy my Whopper here. Yay.
Hi, Citrus. Welcome to the stream. How was your day today?
I overslept and didn't have time for breakfast this morning. Oh man, I hate it when that happens. But yeah, I too have like slept until lunchtime many times because like I stay up a lot. I'm stopping that now. Mom's orders. Can't do nothing about it. Thanks for talking, guys. Feel free to. Why am I thanking y'all? Well, I feel thankful for you talking, because like this stream is important to me. But like, I don't want it to insinuate. I want you to stop talking. I want you to talk. I encourage you to talk as much as you want. This is a stream, you know. I confuse myself. Room. I love glass table. I need water. Room. I love glass table. I need water. Is there an exit? Oh, yeah.
See, like, this is it. The whole game. And there's nothing that's particularly interesting about it. You just walk to the end of a hallway. Except, for some reason, Coda gets really fixated on this prison that has all of this modern furniture. And I don't know why, but he decides he needs to revisit this prison. He's gonna start over, use the same assets, turn it into something else. Okay, cool. Here's version 2.
What furniture ought to go in the center of the room? That's not TV. Excuse me. Whoa, that looks neat. I love this. Yeah.
There's a bit more to this one, but still, it's not really communicating anything. It's kind of just weird for weirdness' sake.
I like it. Look at that. It's like
So, okay,
idea.
he throws it out and starts over. This time he comes at the prison idea from a different direction.
Bowling ball. I want to stick my fingers in it.
And of course, now the table is gone and you can't begin the chain of events to escape. Here's a version where there are no bars, but you can't actually get to the well. And then a version where the inside of the prison is the outside and the outside is the inside. Let me just blink you real quick through a few more of these. I mean, he really unloaded on this prison idea. There's nearly a dozen of them. Personally, I think it's awful to watch this, to see a person basically unraveling through their work. And for what? Like, at what point do you just go, maybe there are game ideas other than this prison that I could be working on? But Coda doesn't have that voice telling you to stop, that particular mechanism of defense against yourself. Without it, you just spiral. And so he keeps going and going and going and going and going, and then he hits on something. And he likes it. And that's it. He's done. He stops making prisons. This is the very last version of the prison game that he created, and the reason I think it works is that the prison is not actually in it.
Hedge maze. Zardy's maze. Will Zardy ever make a return to FNF? I miss him.
Hello, who is this? Hey, it's me. I'm here after you escaped the prison. You're So you were trapped in this prison too.
It's a conversation. And so this is what Coda wants, is to be able to talk to someone, to share what's on his mind, and to get some good advice from someone who knows. But the irony is that even in this scenario, you're still talking to yourself. You know, all of these games so far are Coda talking to himself.
It feels like being completely still and wildly emotional at the same time.
Do you feel any different?
Sometimes I'm scared I'll get out and then things will be exactly the same as before. It actually does change. I don't feel like the same person at all.
Oh, good. That's so nice to hear. This makes me feel really happy.
Yeah, he just kind of does that, you know. Wait, if you mean then, how did you get a call from another version of you when you were trapped? Then did you get? No, I think I'm the first person to call back. Then can you tell me how to get out? Maybe I can come find you. What do I have to do? To get out, you need to tell me how you feel right now. What? That will free me? How does that work? It'll make sense. Okay. I feel afraid that nothing will ever change. Go on.
I can see why he considers this a fitting conclusion to the prison games. After all of the obsession and frustration, just to be told by someone you can trust that things are going to be okay. Wouldn't that be nice? So what would it look like if Coda wanted to make a game about talking to someone other than himself?
Anyone else has heard that name? I don't know what name you're referring to, but yeah. It's glad to have that name back in your
To
brain,
me,
isn't
this
it?
environment is meant to represent Coda's puzzle, with the two doors on either side and a dark transitional space between.
Oh my goodness, I'm glad as all heck that you showed up. I might be having to clean the entire house up by myself, and miserable that it would have been. Everyone knows lonesome hands make lasting homes.
You'll notice that the quality of the art is a step up from previous games, including this new and improved chat system, which he started using from this point on. From here on out, he begins putting much more effort into the visual polish of his work, and this particular game took 2 months to create as a result.
Zardy? Yeah, been a while. I'm so disappointed he's been forgotten. And stuff, you know? As the homes make homeowners. Ha! Something tells me you're gonna be fun to do this job with. Well, this place isn't going to clean so far as I know. I'll finish up here in the meantime. Could you please clear the table? Okay. Much nicer, that's the table I want to see. Now, would you please run into the bedroom and make the bed? Well, you're in there. Why don't you straighten out that rug a bit? I'll do the little details later. Oh, actually, all the little details matter. You enjoy being a house cleaner? Well, I don't enjoy it so much as I need it. While I'm working, I feel kind of calm that rests in the pit of my ribcage. My soul just can't be soothed any other way, it seems. Which I guess is all that matters. Oh,
That and a tidy couch. Would you straighten the pillows on the sofa up there? Oh dear, looks like someone spilled the drink over by the couch. Maybe mop that up as long as you're over here. I feel compelled to share an incredibly cheesy personal insight. You okay with that? Make it especially cheesy. No. No, it was stupid. Sorry, never mind. Hey, these dishes need to be washed. When I come to that. Last I checked, the tub needed the cleaning. How about you scrub it down as best you can? We need to be perfect. We're all just human. My point exactly. Are there books still scattered on the floor of the bedroom? If so, would you pick them back up on the shelf? Okay. Perfect. Now then, how about you come and clear the dishes off the table?
After the intense set of prison games, this house cleaning level almost feels like cleansing. It's the moment after a particularly difficult or traumatic experience where you just need to let it sit and digest inside of you, and eventually cohere into something meaningful.
Whatever work you do, you have absolutely to own it. Otherwise, it owns you. So why don't we do the task at hand? You leave the future chores to the future you. Present you.
I know that Coda really liked this game. Of all of his work, actually, this was the only one that he called me up to ask me to come over and look at it. This was during a period of a few months where he was like grossly happy all the time, just walked around with a constant smile on his face.
I was going to say that it occurs to me that one's house is a lot like one's soul. Take care of it and it takes care of you. I know I felt so weird about saying that. There's a bit of truth in it, though. Anyway, so housekeeping. Let's keep doing this. Books. Would you please clean up the books? Thanks. Oh goodness, those pillows over there on the couch are
I'm glad he
real
made
nice.
this. I'm glad he found some peace.
Question.
But, of course, it can't last. The music stops, your companion is gone, it's time to leave. The door at the top of the hill is now open as well. Again, you can't stay in the dark space for too long. You just can't. You have to keep moving. It's how you stay alive. Which is the whole point of the puzzle doors, right? That sooner or later you have to pick up and move. I really thought that was the point of it. This one gets a bit goofy. About halfway through the game, the perspective shifts. and you play as the teacher. And suddenly, you discover that your teacher is just as bigoted and afraid as you are. Oh, and also you can move around the classroom now.
Oh, so I should stop eating my burger then.
I fell pretty hard for this one. I feel like it's one of the most relatable experiences that you can have. To assume that some other person is perfect and totally fulfilled in every way, and completely miss all of the little flaws that make them painfully human. I think about this game a lot these days. This one took a lot longer than all the others for Coda to make. It was 4 months between this and the last one. That's twice as long as it took him to make any other game before this, and it's not like it's particularly complex, so I remember I found that a little strange at the time.
Oh. Ah. All right, the performance is beginning. Places, please. In this scene, you will be playing as me. We are at the gathering of professionals. First, you'll start leaning out against this wall. Good, stay right there. The woman across the room in this chair is a professional photographer of animals. It's a dream to photograph animals professionally. This is your one chance to learn something from her, to gain something, to succeed. Go on, say something to her. Where's the bathroom? What are you doing? You're deflecting. You're not saying what's actually on your mind. Stop dancing around and have a conversation with this person. Do it again. I like you. No, that's not what I said to her at all. You're completely missing the tone of this conversation. I was reserved, but I knew what I wanted. I was confident. For some reason, it was just that one moment, but I was confident. Maybe it's that you need a better feel of your setting. There was a lot of people around us. I'll give you some props to work with. These cones that bounce when you touch them will represent the people nearby. Now talk to her again. It's really hard to get where you are. You're messing it up all again! You'll figure out if the conversation gets that personal that quickly. Do you not realize how important this is for me? I'll never get another... Oh, I didn't get to read that. Hello, Harlow. Thank you for coming to the stream. Hold on. Okay, yes, now this is
The game ends with this eerie premonition of what's going to happen next in Coda's life. The solution to social anxiety, to fears of having to perform and having to chase success, the answer for Coda is to withdraw, to hide himself away. Which is what leads to scenarios like the stairs that slowed you down several games ago, where it just becomes harder and harder to access Coda's inner landscape because he keeps retreating. He just keeps backing away from possible connections to anyone other than himself. And to be honest, I didn't consider it very healthy when I first played this game. You know, it looked to me like he was trying to justify the idea of just disconnecting yourself from the world. And that wasn't what I wanted for him or for his games. Because I feel like a lot of his games are inviting me to connect with this person, to bring him closer. But what can you do? After this, Coda went off and took another 5 months to make a new game. You should probably open your eyes if you haven't already. It's pretty much impossible to solve otherwise. And there is a solution, by the way. Like I said, I was getting concerned. First off, he's never been this explicit in his work about exactly what he's thinking. So where's that coming from? But then even weirder, his work has potentially stopped being an outlet for him. Not like he's having trouble iterating on ideas, but he literally just can't think of new ideas anymore. And in person, he was being a lot more distant than usual. Like, you know how sometimes a person will just deflect anything that you say in order to keep themselves disconnected all the time? It was that kind of thing. Here was the point in my relationship with Coda where I really started to wonder if he needed my help in some way. His games are going to get more desperate from here on out. After this game, it's almost 6 months before he finishes something new.
Wait, but Brownie's woman snaps from existence.
Valentine, what have you done? That was my friend. You traitor.
Oh, yay!
Hi, pal!
If the last game featured Coda talking explicitly about his creative frustrations, this one turns it up to 11. Now, put yourself in my shoes playing this. Here's a friend whose work is exhibiting signs of struggle, frustration, anxiety, depression, even. And yet still, he keeps making games. He keeps throwing himself into the grinder even when he clearly doesn't have the energy for it anymore. Why? What is it for?
This environment reminds me of the Unfinished Swan. I love that game. Bonsai tree? I don't know what a bonsai tree is, but maybe. I love the Unfinished Swan. It's so cool. Perfect. Come along. Show it to you.
Because from my perspective at the time and just what I knew of him, this was a result of how isolated he was. He was in his own little bubble, just sitting at his computer all day, not really showing these games to anyone, not releasing them onto the internet, and so he didn't have anyone outside of himself to connect with. He had no outlet to ground himself on. You can't talk yourself out of loneliness. It doesn't work that way. You can't be the one writing both the questions and the answers. Then there's no movement. Then there's no circulation. If all of your anxieties are being channeled into your work, then if the work ever fails, you have no backup and you're just going to crash. Seeing this game at the time that he made it, it looked really unhealthy to me. I was watching him do this to himself, and I hated it. I hated seeing him so trapped. It's like, video games are not worth this amount of suffering. This is someone I really cared about. And I used to get so much joy out of seeing him create. For him to suddenly become angry and frustrated like this, it was the worst thing for me. I don't know. This is what I felt at the time. I don't know how else to explain it. I wanted it to stop more than anything. I had never felt so rotten. I needed more than I had ever needed anything for this to stop. But it didn't stop. After finishing this one, Coda takes another 7 months and comes up with a new game. And of course, it's the machine. So now the work is becoming self-destructive. And I'll tell you, at the time that I first played this game, shortly after he made it, here's what I'm thinking to myself. I'm thinking that code is stuck in his own head, and that it's having a very negative effect on him, and that all he needs to do is just start showing his work to people, to get some actual feedback on his games. It might get him out of isolation. And so, as I'm thinking this, I realize that I could be the one to initiate it. Because it would never occur to Coda to start actively soliciting feedback, so what if I did it for him? If he could see the difference it would make to have more actual conversations with other human beings, would that bring him out of his mental spiral? Would it give him confidence in himself? Would it bring meaning back into his work? So I started showing Coda's work to people. I took this one, and the islands which you just played, the theater, the notes, the house cleaning game, and some of the prison escape games. I brought them to people that I knew and trusted. I asked their opinions. And the great part is that they really loved his games. You know, the point of it all is just to give him some external reference point, but they genuinely loved his work. There was nothing for him to be afraid of.
I accidentally skipped a lot of dialogue, I'm sorry.
Can you see why I felt like this was the right thing to do? Because it's the thing that I always feel like I need, to be told that my work is good, that I am good. When someone really connects with a thing that I've made, when they see themselves purely in my work, there's nothing that feels better. And I got to give that very same feeling to my friend. I did something, I really felt like I'd done something good, like Like, I was a good person. I felt like there was a friend who was in trouble and was unhappy and maybe didn't like themselves, and I could fix it. If I could give him this gift, maybe I could fix the problem. When they told me how much they enjoyed his games, it was the best feeling. It was the absolute best feeling. It made me feel so happy. So beautifully, beautifully happy. So anyway, Coda finishes this game, and then really he just kind of takes off for a while. So this is June of 2011, and I didn't hear anything from him for several weeks, I guess. And so out of nowhere, one day I get an email, and it's got a private link to a new game of Coda's. This one is called The Tower, and to my knowledge, it's the last game that Coda ever made. So let's take a look. And this is where I have trouble saying anything meaningful about Coda's work. Because more than anything else, the tower just feels distant. It feels like it's trying to distance itself from the world. It's a very cold game. This room actually has a maze in it. Except that all the walls of the maze are invisible. And then every time you touch one of the walls, there's this awful flashing and noise, so the experience is really miserable. The game goes beyond not being meant to be played, it actually seems to despise the player for trying to play it at all. But I do want to show you the rest of the level, so when you're ready to continue, press enter and I'll put a bridge over the maze. And to be fair, it's not like this is the first game that's needed some modification to be playable. Like the house cleaning game. You know, that one used to actually loop the cleaning chores and you just cleaned a house forever. I had to cut it off so that you could exit the house and the game would actually end. But that game had an idea that it was actually trying to communicate. What's the deeper idea behind the invisible maze? The only way past this challenge is to randomly guess the 6-digit code. Like the invisible maze, it's frustrating to me, because it's the opposite of everything else that Coda has made. It doesn't encourage thought or engagement. It doesn't ask anything of me, except a lot of my time. If I could have reached him during this time, then maybe I could have asked him, but I couldn't. I still don't really understand why this is here. I'll put the code on the ground for you here, though, so that we can move on.
I gotta say, I love the environment.
The switch to open this door is actually on the other side of the door, meaning that it's literally impossible to solve from this side. So even if you somehow brute forced your way through the first two challenges, and you got to this point, there's actually just no way to progress. And it's scary for me, the idea of Coda cutting himself off entirely, just saying, you know, that's it, that's the end of the conversation, not giving me any way to fix the problem. I feel like a failure, I guess, when I can't fix the problem. But I can open this door for you, so let me do that. Was I a failure for not understanding this game? I mean, I don't know why I would be. It's not like everything needs to have a solution, but I feel it somehow. I feel like I failed, and I don't understand why. I remember, it's June of 2011. I'm playing this for the very first time, and as I'm playing, I'm thinking to myself, I don't know this person. I have no idea who this person is. It wasn't the guy I knew, it wasn't my friend. I had come to so many conclusions from looking at all of his work up to this point, and then suddenly none of them... I had been trying to, though. That was the thing. For years I was trying to get to know him, to understand who he actually was and what he stood for. I asked him so many times to please just tell me what his games mean to him. I asked him please to tell me what the 3 dots mean.
The bowling ball?
And he wouldn't.
Oh. And I won't get to stick my fingers in it. It was an innuendo, I'm sorry.
I just felt so strongly that if I could have connected with him, that if I could have somehow made his work my own, that I would finally be once and for all happy. It was that I needed to see myself in someone else. I needed to be someone other than me. But he stopped and left, and it felt somehow like I had failed. Where did I screw up?
Dear Davey, thank you for your interest in
I'm
games.
the reason that you stopped making games, aren't I? It's because of what I did.
I need to ask you to
I
not
poisoned
speak
it
to
for
me again.
you.
Or I need to ask you not to speak to me anymore.
I don't think I ever told you this, but when I took your work and I was showing it to people, it actually felt... it felt as though I were responsible for something important and valuable.
I wonder at times whether you think I am making these games for you. You've so infected my personal
And
space.
the people who played them, they treated me like I was important. They really listened and cared about what I had to say. Even though I was showing your work, I felt good about myself. Finally. For a moment, while I had that, I liked myself.
That it's possible I did begin to plant solutions in my work somewhere hidden between games. If there was an answer, would it make you any happier? Would you stop taking my games and showing them to people against my wishes? Giving them something that is not yours to give? Violating the one boundary that keeps me safe? Would you stop changing my games? Stop adding lampposts to them?
And then you stopped. And I didn't have anything left to show people. I just had to be with myself. And as soon as that happened, there was no feeling at all. Nothing. Less than nothing. What does that mean?
Would you simply let them be what they are? When I am around you, I feel physically ill. You desperately need something and I cannot give it to you. I literally do not have it. Struggling to come up with new ideas is not making me depressed. Low points are just a part of the process. The fact you think I am frustrated and broken says more about you than about me. I realize that this doesn't make sense to you just yet. Which is fine, you're not my problem to solve. But I do hope that one day it clicks, and that you make peace with this thing you're wrestling.
I'm afraid that I did something really stupid because I don't like myself.
And when you finally see what I'm talking about, don't
don't say anything.
That's why I'm releasing this collection of your work, is because I haven't been able to find any other way to reach you. I've tried everything. And so a part of me has hope that if I put this compilation out into the world, and if I put my name on it, that maybe enough people will play it so that it'll find its way to you, so that I can tell you that I'm sorry. I know I screwed up. If I apologize to you truly and deeply, will you start making games again? Please, I need to feel okay with myself again. And I always felt okay as long as I had your work to see myself in. I mean, is something wrong with me? Because I know that I did an awful thing, and I'm doing it again right now. Like, I'm showing people your work, but I can't stop myself from doing it. That's how badly I need to feel something again, like I'm an addict. There has to be something wrong with me. Can I apologize? What if I tell you I was wrong? Will that work? Will that fix it? I don't know. I don't think it will, but there's nothing else that I can do. Just tell me what you want. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Please, start making games again. Please help me. Please give me some of whatever it is that makes you complete. I want whatever that wholeness is that you just summoned out of nothing and you put into your work. You were complete in some way that I never was. And I want to know I want to know how to be a good person. I want to know how not to hate myself. Please. I'm fading, and all I want is to know that I'm going to be okay.
Well, 30 views. My stream has amassed 30 views. That's cool.
More love, more praise, more people telling me that I'm good. Always more. It's like a disease. Solution. I guess if someone had told me ahead of time that he just really enjoyed making prison games, maybe I wouldn't have thought he was so desperate. I wouldn't have told so many people that he was depressed. Maybe he just likes making prisons. Even now, the disease is telling me to stop. Don't show people what a shitty person you are. They'll hate you. If I knew that my life depended on finding something to be driven by other than validation, what would that even be? It's strange, but the thought of not being driven by external validation is unthinkable. Like, I actually cannot conceive of what that would be like. What now? I think I need to go. And I'm sorry, because I know that I said that I would be here and I would walk you through this, but I'm starting to feel like I have a lot of work to do. I have a lot that I need to make up for, and so I'm just gonna... Okay.
Sorry to any deaf watchers who didn't see Davey's subtitles. Sorry about that. Oh, hold on. Alright. This part always gets me, like, you know, is that weird hot and cold feeling in your chest when you're just about to cry, you know. I get that a lot watching this part, playing this part, because in a way I relate to a lot to Davey. I have sympathy for both parties in this story. It's completely fictional, thank God, but, like, you know, I feel like I sympathize for both parties involved, but, like, I relate most strongly to Davey, and I don't think that speaks well of me at all. And, like, you know, I feel terrible just confessing that, you know. Well, here comes my favorite part of the game. Y'all ready? It's way over there. Yay, the whisper machine again. Yeah. Like, it probably didn't happen to me. It probably didn't happen to me, back then, back in my life. Like, I don't think I ever, like, showed people one of my friends' work and stuff to the point that they disconnected from me, but I have shown people my friends' work just to show them how good it is, to tell my friend they got validation, but, like, in reality, I feel good about myself more than for my friend. You know, I've done that to a lot of my friends, and you know, like, other people fully comprises of my family, but still. Insignificant in this complex system. Behold! Thanks for lifting up the spirits, Bronny.
Turn back from this cave. You said, let me prove that I'm brave. Let me keep going. But the cave goes for miles and miles and miles.
Last scene reminded you of getting over it.
You're so tired.
I don't really get that, but, like,
cool.
So turn back, turn back.
Okay. Well, guys, this isn't the end of the stream, but like... So... So, I... By media impressions, to be honest. Yeah, okay. That's fair. That's fair, Mr. Dank. Or Mrs. Dank, I don't know. I don't really know what else to say about the beginner's guide other than the fact that it's a really important game to me. It's very profound, and I relate to the characters a lot, and you know, stuff like that. You know, basics a lot. Well, but like none of what I can say hasn't already been said. I don't think. The game is always up to interpretation, and like there's so many completely unique different videos trying to interpret the beginner's guide. Like they go off on their own little tangents and their own little beliefs on the game. My belief, I don't really have any. I'm not really like an expert in storytelling and whatever. But I am an expert in being human, and that in the beginner's guide right there is like a prime example of flaws in being human, but having to accept them. Anyways. Gonna do some audience interaction, yeah. Oh no. I'm setting up something. Give me a few minutes. Or a few seconds, I don't know. Oh, there's... I've heard of this game. Is there any particular reason that you know why that be? You never heard of the beginner's guide? Is there any particular reason that you know of why that'd be? I don't know. It's plain and simple. It's just an underrated masterpiece. I'm fixing something. Having to disable or uninstall all
banned Nintendo Gmod stuff because, you know, Nintendo banned the Gmod stuff. Here we go. OBS. Alright, welcome to Gary's Mod. I recognize these maps. I've been playing Half-Life a bit. I recognize these. Ooh. Ooh, nice. Nice. Oh, that looks awesome. I'm mainly focused on sandbox stuff. I miss out on the awesome stuff. The awesome sauce. Bada bing, bada boom. Come on now.
Hop in, Gordon. Let's hit the road.
Oh. I didn't choose that player model. What the hell? Huh. Oh, where is it? Alright, I guess I'll settle for this one. How do I... Okay.
Should have known it wouldn't be as easy as just driving down the road. Looks like we'll have to take a detour.
Alright, fine. Whoa. Look at that. Yo. Looks awesome. I love it. I want to try these.
bar, 5 bar, 7 bar. A lot more bars. Yay. Touch.
Oh, there you are. I'll choose this douchebag. Nope. Alright, perfect. Whee! Why can I not tie? That did nothing. What if this was a diner run by some family? Well, it looks like it is. I'm going insane. Who, what, where, why, who, what, where, why? Oh. Yeah, destruction. This game encourages violence. Yo, secret portal. Does nothing. Bro's playing prop hunt. No, I don't got any other players. That was a bit too early. Science lab. Why is this all under a diner? That doesn't bode well. I guess you could say I'm prop hunt training, but like, What? Where? Wait, what? Oh, flat tires. Oh, in the sand. Oh, fallen leaves. Oh. Nope, 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 nope. Consume less. I will consume all I frickin' want to. Yay. No. This is like half my height. That's right, I'm bombing the place. What? Ew. That's nasty. Why would you do that? Why you do that? Oh, it's an airport. Anyways, Here's a guy. Look at him go! That's all I can really think of, to be honest.